Yay!
Welcome everybody, Gaming Mike here, along with AC Gamer. Hello. Hello, AC Gamer.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Everything working out there? Everything looking good, sounding good? We're doing Jolt! It's time for Jolt. We talk about video game news, entertainment news, stuff of that nature, and it looks like everything's working. We got Bixler in the house already. Bixler, thanks for joining us. AC Gamer, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, sir?
Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Bixler, let me know if you can hear AC Gamer okay out there. Sounds like he's coming through okay to me. Just want to make sure.
Clear.
Should be good.
I can shout more. I can turn my volume up if you need.
Just make sure you're speaking clearly. So, we got the video game of the year. Nominees are out this week. We've got a bunch of movie trailers that have been posted. I just saw this headline that AC posted about Pedro Pascal. That looks exciting.
Yeah, I think because, as you know, just last week, the Actors Guild, they came to agreement. The strike is over. Strike's over.
Yes.
And so now we're getting a huge, just like, bam, just like avalanche of like new trailers and announcements and stuff, because now the actors and writers who are, involved are allowed to talk about it. So yeah, there's so many trailers, so many new things coming out in 2024. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
And the late shows are back. Well, they're back even more with actors on now.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Who can talk about their movies. I'm starting to know what's coming out again.
Everybody was so worried about, what about the late shows?
I watch those guys every morning, the day after, to see which celebrities I want to listen to them talk to.
Right, but we really worried about like, oh no, what is Jimmy Fallon going to do? God.
Oh, they had a podcast going, the Strike Force 5. It was great. Jimmy and Steven and Seth and John Oliver. They did a podcast. It was wonderful. I miss it, actually. I wish they still did it.
Tell me that. They didn't invite Conan though.
Yeah, Conan nowhere to be found. He's not doing his talk show anymore, is he? Or is he?
He's got his own podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised they didn't have Conan on as a guest during the Strike Force 5, actually.
He did have a good episode with the Dave Grohl and Chris Novoselic. What his last name? The surviving members of Nirvana.
Oh, Conan did?
Yeah, Conan. And
oh wow.
Yeah, they did a really good episode talking about like just the whole like Seattle grunge scene, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Well, the Strike Force 5 had David Letterman on, and that was pretty great. They talked about what it's like to be late-night talk show host, and I loved that.
They talk about how big David Letterman's beard is getting. Is he like Santa Claus now?
I think they did make some beard jokes at him, yes. Complicated Mike, welcome to it. Thanks for joining us for some Jolt. And of course, those joining us, those watching, feel free anytime, leave a comment with links. You can join us in the Discord, post links there as well for the entertainment news that you would like to see us cover in the next show. You can always share it there. There's links to the Discord in the description of this video, wherever you're watching. Just so you know. Just so you know. Just to remind everybody. Always share the news. Yeah.
FYI.
Fly. So.
Well,
where were we?
Do you want to do movies or video games first?
Let's start with these nominees. I feel like this is everybody's getting hyped up for the Game Awards, I feel like. What's up for Game of the Year? Let's look. I'm here on the Game Awards website. Game of the Year. Wow, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. So a pretty solid showing. Some conspicuous absences, or at least one. And a couple of them, like, half of them are very late in the year entries, too, aren't they? Super Mario and Spider-Man and Alan Wake 2 all just came out in the last what, 2 months? Seems like.
Yeah, just fall, summer, late summerish. I will
Oh,
say I've played 3 out of the 6 of these games.
I've played one.
You've only played one?
Yeah.
You've only played Spider-Man 2?
And I 100%ed it in like 20 hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Uh,
Spider-Man 2.
I've played through pretty much all of Tears of the Kingdom. I played through Resident Evil 4, and I'm still making my way through Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
It's a big game. It's a slog.
Yeah, that's a hefty
Uh,
boy.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, there's so much. It's like a big book. It's just like
Have you achieved a romance in that game? However that is termed? Have you romanced one of your companions?
yes, I have. Well, I mean, I'm working on the
Excellent.
romance. We've kissed. We
Oh,
haven't
good.
done it yet.
Good, good. Glad to hear it.
For your information, sir.
Yeah, not to make you kiss and tell, but I want to know
We've
the
only
juicy
held it.
details. Not really.
Swirling my finger through my hair. Well, we've only hold hands and kissed. Anyways,
So I'll ask the chat, those watching in the future, who do you think should win of these 6 games? Who's your vote for Game of the Year? And also, AC Gamer, who's your vote for Game of the Year?
gosh, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's got to be a tie between Baldur's Gate and Zelda. You know, Zelda came out so earlier this year. It's almost like that seems like last year to me, like
Mm.
Zelda. So I don't know. I think like since voters are going to be like, I think the bias is going to be towards like what happened recently. I think it's going to be Baldur's Gate. Um, the other, well, the one that doesn't make, well, the one that doesn't that surprised me was Alan Wake, and I've never played. Well, I that's not true. I played like probably like an hour of the first Alan Wake game,
Yeah.
so I don't get it. I guess
It's
but I
a
guess
spooky game, right? It's a spooky, scary game.
sure, and I guess like Alan
Sure.
Wake fans really love Alan Wake, and
Yeah. It seems to have a staunch fan base, from what I can tell.
yeah, and I played a little bit of it, and I was just like, oh, okay, spooky game. I mean, I don't get it, but sure.
It's like
So
Silent Hill always had a really vocal fan base, didn't it? It's something about these spooky games fans that they're very present with their
right, true, true,
opinions
true.
online and in media.
Yeah, and then yeah. Other than that, I mean, Resident Evil 4 was also very good. Resident
Mm.
Evil 4 was excellent. The remake, so
Yeah,
fun.
I don't know.
But
Should remakes be allowed to be game of the year? I mean, what are they bringing?
well, that's the thing.
I'm
Is
torn
like,
on that.
look at all 6 of these nominees. They're either a remake or like a sequel.
A franchise, yeah, major franchise. Well, they are all sequels. They're all sequels.
Yep. So
100%.
it's like there's not like an original IP.
Yeah, Starfield with a total snub. No mention, nothing. Starfield does not get to be Game of the Year. Did they put out any answers on why that is officially from the Game Awards? The Game Awards.
I don't think so. They didn't say like, "Hey, here's why Starfield isn't." I know Starfield is nominated for like a couple of other awards, but not Game of the Year.
Let's see what the internet says. Procedure of selecting Game of the Year, the Game Award nominees. Over 100 video game publishers and websites collectively naming 6 games as nominees. The 6 most voted games are selected as the finalists. After the nominees are selected, the winner is chosen by a combined vote of the jury and public voting. 90% jury, 10% public vote. Interesting. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy also not on the Game of the Year. Another, I mean, that's part of a big franchise, but it's the first of the games in the series, right? Hogwarts Legacy. So that would have been a non-sequel.
Yeah, it's part of the franchise. It's part of the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah. Never been able to win this prestigious award. Bethesda's never won a Game of the Year? Wow. Their games are also something that has a steep learning curve. Many players have to play their titles for weeks or even months before they start to ease into it. That's not even true. Is Starfield that hard to get into? It doesn't seem like it from what I've seen of it. Interesting.
I mean, everything I've watched about like people playing Starfield is it's a Bethesda game. It's like playing Fallout or Skyrim, but it's in space, and it doesn't seem to really do anything different than that.
It just didn't impress the voters, I guess. Same with Hogwarts.
That's why I wasn't too like. I mean, I couldn't play it anyways, but.
Well, and frankly, with Hogwarts, like, I heard a lot about it before it came out, but it seemed to stop having any buzz at all after it was released. It seemed to drop off really fast. At least in my own experience.
Oh, yeah, Hogwarts. I
Yeah.
don't know. My sister played it a bit. She said it was okay, but I don't know. Hogwarts is, I mean, like, the whole Harry Potter stuff is kind of a little bit tainted because of how J.K. Rowling is.
Because J.K. Rowling is just so vocal with her opinions that don't matter and are none of her business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her for being so loud. What a loud person.
Sure. Yeah. Tell people that.
Oh, who's up for best esports team? Just out of curiosity. Evil Geniuses, Fnatic, Gaiman Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality. Wow. Valorant, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Counter-Strike, respectively, are the games that those teams are in. Sorry, I got distracted.
That's okay. Do you actually know who any of those people are?
No.
Do you watch esports at all?
The esports categories are all at the very bottom of the categories list. Best esports game nominees: Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, and Valorant. Okay, seems about right from what I know of the esports games.
Yeah, I mean, those are still going strong. That's the thing is, like, watching esports is the same to me as, like, watching actual sports, like regular sports. It's just like, I really don't care.
Teams competing. Teams competing. Who cares if it's pixels on the screen or guys on a field? I don't care.
Sure, and I know that they're very talented and they, they're working, like, they're really working hard, but I'd rather just be playing the game than watching someone else play the game.
I got on screen now the nominees for best athlete, esports athlete of the year.
Those are my feelings on esports.
I gotcha. I feel you. I bet these guys are all about it. It's paying their bills. I love their nicknames. We got Faker, we got Zywoo, we got Demon 1, we got Hydra, we got Ruler, and we have Imperial Hal. But his name is Philip. Great. Who do you think is going to be the esports athlete of the year after hearing their nicknames?
I bet it'll be Ninja.
I'm going with Imperial Hal because he plays Apex Legends, and that's the only one of these games that I've played. So he's got my vote. I would sign in if I was that into it, but I'm not.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of League of Legends. I've played a little bit of Counter-Strike. I haven't played Valorant. Have you?
I think I did try League of Legends once or twice, actually, and I've not played Valorant. I think I did play League of Legends once or twice one time, a long time ago. Long time ago. Feely, hello. If I didn't say it to you yet, hello, Feely. Thanks for joining us. We're just taking a look at the nominees.
It's kind of like Overwatch combined with Counter-Strike, where it's just like you have a character, but like you poke your head out out of a corner, and then you get shot immediately and you die.
Yeah. I did. I watched Valorant on streams. There was a streamer I watched that played Valorant for a little bit, so I've seen it.
That's my experience with Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Those are not my type of game. What other categories are you interested in? AC Gamer, chat, which categories do you want to look at? Feel free to let us know. Best Performance? Who are the nominees for Best Performance this year?
Oh, yeah.
Ben Starr in Final Fantasy 16. Who did he play? The main character? Probably. We got Cameron Monaghan from Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which was a hell of a performance in the first one. I didn't see much of the second game of this, but his performance in the first one was great.
You know what? I think that's my vote. I think he's going to win.
Nice.
Cameron Monaghan. Great actor, and he was fantastic in Jedi Survivor. So he's my vote.
We got Idris Elba from Cyberpunk DLC up for it also. Melanie Liburd from Alan Wake 2. Neil Newborn from Baldur's Gate 3. And Yuri Lowenthal from Spider-Man 2. Who did Yuri play in?
He's Peter Parker.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
Did they have a different actor for the face?
Yeah, I think so, because do you remember like the whole like controversy?
Yeah, they keep changing Peter Parker's face in these games. Okay, so he did like the body though.
Well, yeah, like originally his face looked like Yuri Lowenthal, but I don't know. Whatever the reason, they changed his face. But yeah, Yuri, he's Peter Parker.
Oh, awesome. Well, he gets my vote then, because that's the game I've played from all of these. I was thinking about, I got a notification today, Final Fantasy 16 is on sale. Black Friday sales are starting to kick into effect. And that one went on sale. I may pick it up. I never did play it, but 15 was an alright time. I just haven't bothered with 16.
Interesting.
What other categories?
I like him. I mean, all these actors are fantastic. I think I think Cameron Monaghan's going to get it because he is him. He's
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Plus, they could totally grab him and put him in some live-action Star Wars stuff anytime they want, right?
Oh yeah, pretty much, definitely, yeah. If he wanted to like show up in like the new season of Ahsoka,
yeah,
he's like, or the Mandalorian, he's just like, oh yeah.
Well, they're doing that big combo movie with all of them. Maybe he'll show up there. That'd be interesting.
Be awesome. I like Yuri. I like Neil Milburn because he's Astarion in Baldur's Gate 3. Pretty cool. He's a vampire. Sucked your blood at one point.
Huh.
But yeah, I don't know anything about Melanie. I want to wait too.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. We got. Oh no, it wasn't this one. I know that No Man's Sky is nominated. Is it community support? Yeah, No Man's Sky is nominated in community support along with Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Destiny, and Final Fantasy.
And you know what? I think it should win because all the other ones, I'm pretty sure like all these other games have won that award at some time, like Fortnite and like they've won it before. So I don't know if No Man's Sky's won it before, but I think
they've won a few of these. They're not nominated in the ongoing category this year, which seems odd, since they're still going. But this category is for best community support for recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. So, yeah, I suppose Cyberpunk really turned it around this year, right? Or that's what they say with that new patch that changed all the gameplay.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but it's just like they released an expansion pack and that's pretty much all it was. I don't know. I
Well,
still need I still need to boot up Cyberpunk to play it again. To
yeah.
see, because apparently even without the expansion pack, they patched it so that it's supposed to be better. So I don't know.
Huh.
I'll get it a boot up. I'll try it again.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I don't know if I want to pay like $20 for Edge's Elbow, but
You wouldn't pay $20 for Idris Elba? I would.
I mean, yeah, I paid $20 for Idris Elba to be in my house, but my video game to show up for like a couple seconds.
Not so much. Let's see, what else? We got Best RPG. Baldur's Gate 3's in there. Final Fantasy's in there. Lies of P. Nice. And Sea of Stars and Starfield. So there's Starfield for Best RPG nominated. At least.
Baldur's Gate's gonna win.
Think so? That seems likely. It seems very likely.
Although I do like oh gosh, that's another game I want to play. Lies of P.
Yeah.
I have not been able to turn my attention to, because it looks like a really good Souls game.
Yeah, it seemed like a good one of those, from what I saw of it.
They need to have a category for Souls games.
Yeah, best Souls-like of the year.
Yep.
I'm sure they could some years. A sometimes category. Any other categories of interest to you? There's all kinds. What's in VR and AR this year? Gran Turismo, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, I've not heard of it. Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse.
Weird.
Wow.
Well, there's best fighting game. I know you're not super into fighting games. I am.
Oh yeah, let's see. Who's I have to find it. Oh, there it is. Finding best fighting.
Yeah, it's going to be between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, of course, because they both released games this year.
Well, don't forget about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 and God of Rock and Pocket Bravery. Pocket Bravery? Is that a mobile game?
I have no idea.
Huh.
I mean, I have actually heard, well, I watched like videos of people playing the Nickelodeon game, and they said like, dang, this is pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I've heard good things.
If you're into like Smash Brothers and that type of fighting like game, and you like Nickelodeon characters, they said it's really good. So I don't know, but it's definitely between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I have not played Street Fighter. I have played Mortal Kombat, and gosh, I love Mortal Kombat. It's pretty good.
I haven't played any of these games, but I'm voting Street Fighter just because I'm a Street Fighter guy. Which I think we've discussed this on the show previously. That I'm a Street Fighter guy and you're a Mortal Kombat guy.
You would. Yeah, that's totally right. Yep. I'm a Mortal Kombat guy, you're a Street Fighter guy.
Oh, what do we have in the most anticipated category? Nominees are
with Mortal Kombat,
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Oh, Tekken. That's next year, huh? That would have been cool if we had a Mortal Kombat and a Street Fighter and a Tekken all in the same year.
Dude, that'd be nuts. I'm pretty sure, here's my theory. Pretty sure like Bandai Namco were like ready with Tekken 8, but then they saw that both Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat were coming out at the same time, and they're just like, let's just
we'll wait.
We don't want to compete with, but then like when Tekken 8 comes out, that'll be fun. That'll be cool.
Tekken was always a good one. See, it's weird how it's always like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, but then you got stuff like Tekken out there. It's been there just as long or close enough. And it doesn't come into the whole like, which one do you prefer? We both just are like, yeah, Tekken's good.
Yeah, I like Tekken.
The odd bastard third child.
I mean, mine is definitely Final Fantasy VII. I am so freaking excited for Rebirth.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Hades 2, play that as well because I love the. I don't even know if Star Wars Outlaws is going to come out this year, even or next year with Ubisoft's. Hey, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still there.
What?
My computer just about froze up, but then it didn't freeze up. So I think I'm okay, but I couldn't hear you for a second, and everything froze. But now, I think we're good. I think we're good. Everything's still looking okay out there. Those of you left in the chat, are you still there? Can you still hear me? Is everything okay? I think it's okay. I think we're fine. I don't know what that was. Nope, it's happening again. Oh boy. My computer's having some troubles. Kendall Southwick, welcome to it. Thanks for joining us. I think it's smoothed out. I need to upgrade this old beast. Let me just... Are you still there, AC Gamer? AC, hello, hello? Nope. One sec. Test on Discord. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you now.
There we go. And I can hear you. Okay. I think that's the last of the things that we're problemizing.
Oh, what was problemizing?
It's just... My whole computer had a bit of a... I've probably got way too many tabs open, for one thing.
Just crap itself.
I think we're okay now. I think we're smoothed out.
As computers do.
Yes. Complicated Mike says, I froze, but I'm good, so I think it's okay out there. Yeah, we're still streaming.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
We were talking about the best, we were on best and most anticipated, talking about Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, yes. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, definitely, that's my vote. I also am excited for Hades 2, because I played the first Hades, and that was awesome. Star Wars Outlaws looks pretty cool, too, but I don't even know. I doubt Star Wars Outlaws is going to come out in 2024. I bet you it's not even going to come out.
Oh. Which one, what type of game is that going to be?
It's sort of like a... Have you not seen, like, the trailer for it?
I think we watched it on here, but I can't remember right now which type of game it is.
It's like an open world, like, you're in Star Wars... Well, it's in the name. You're a Star Wars outlaw.
Gotcha.
It's like an open world game where you go about and kind of like Assassin's Creed, I think. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like they show off like really big flashy trailers, and the game when it comes out is not like what you anticipate it to be.
Yeah.
So
well, they better let me play as a Wookiee, otherwise I don't like it.
It looks cool. No, you're a girl.
Wookiees can be girls, AC Gamer.
No, but you're specifically like this one girl.
Ah.
Her
She's
best
not
friend,
a Wookiee?
No, she's not a Wookiee. She's just a lady.
That's bogus.
I do like how her sidekick is a B3 battle droid.
Oh.
He looks pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I need to see more of the game before like I want to be like excited for it because Star Wars games have let me down in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to get those right, it seems like.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a bunch of the nominees for the Game Awards. And there's some other categories if you want to check them out on their website. Easy. TheGameAwards.com. You can see them all there.
Do it.
Boom. So what else?
So do you want to talk about like games that we've been playing actually, like in real life?
You kind of faded out there. What was that?
Oh, do you want to talk about games that we've actually been playing in real life?
Yes. Tell me.
Okay, I've been playing this game. I don't think you have, or maybe someone else has. Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
Oh, yeah.
It's a weird game.
Yeah, that's one of the PlayStation Plus free games this month, right?
Yeah, and it's fun, but it's also kind of weird.
It's where you are either the hunter or the hunted, and it's like Dead by Daylight, right? Where you're either on the team being hunted or you're the hunter.
Yes, and it takes after that type of gameplay, but you, for like a few seconds, you get to be like another Dragon Ball character where you can, fight either whoever the hunter is, like, Cell or Frieza.
Yeah.
So like you can have the power to be, Vegeta or Goku, go fight, but it's only for like a few seconds. And then the rest of the time you're hiding or trying to find the keys.
Yeah.
So it's a weird system. I have the whole time I'm playing, I have not been able to like be on a team that, beat the hunter.
Yeah.
It
seems like
hard.
It would be tough, especially when they can just throw these giant energy balls down at the ground.
I know, like
they go Super Saiyan.
They literally blow up a part of the map.
Oh wow.
And so like you can, unlock, you can be, Trunks and fight, Cell for just a few seconds really. And I guess that's the point, is like you can fight him to distract him so that your teammates can, run away or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's tough, and I've never been on a team that's been able to like successfully escape.
Yeah, I haven't played many of these types of games. Just a couple that were like PlayStation Plus free games. What, the Friday the 13th one? Or, yeah. I think I played that one a little bit when it was free on PlayStation Plus, but it seems pretty tough to get away from the hunter, because the hunter in these games always seems to be pretty OP.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's tough. The other thing I don't like about the game is there's so many microtransactions to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
What kind of, is it all cosmetics?
Well, it's cosmetics, but also it's so you can transform into another character. So it's like, do you want to be Super Saiyan Vegeta? Well, you need, these kind of tickets to do that. And then these tickets cost actual money, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And it's funny to me that this is like the PS Plus free game. But this game already costs money otherwise. But then there's other like microtransactions.
Oh, it's their first anniversary and they're on season 4?
So it's just like, oh my gosh, this game.
They took their engine that they're building Kakarot on and just made a mini game out of it and then spun it off into a whole spin-off game, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Well,
Isn't that all they did?
Kakarot game is based on the Xenoverse game. Did you ever play Xenoverse?
A long time ago, yeah. I played one of them.
Yeah, it's the same engine.
Yeah.
They had, Kakarot, and then it's the same engine. So like, if you know how to play Xenoverse, and you know how to like become like a Super Saiyan, and just like fight the other person, but it's only for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Still, love that Dragon Ball universe. So good for them.
Man. Love the Dragon Ball universe. I just don't want to pay, $100 to play it.
To be a Super Saiyan Vegeta. Yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
And then what was the other PS? Mafia 2. I haven't played that one. Have you ever played the Mafia games?
No. I have not.
Me neither. So I guess we have nothing to say.
Nope. What else have you been playing though?
Been playing more of Hero Battle. My Hero Academia Battle.
Oh, that's right, on the mobile.
Yeah, that is actually a free-to-play game that's fun that you don't have to pay any money for. Have a lot of fun with.
Heck yeah.
That's
How
basically it.
are they doing a sweet promo this week of anything? Or did you get a high level on something recently?
Well, they released a new character, which is what I'm hoping that they do. Just the fact that they. Well, it's one of those games where it's just like whenever you log in, they give you like so much, fake currency. That way you can unlock new stuff.
Yeah.
So, but the game itself is really fun. So, I want to keep playing it so that they actually keep, updating it and releasing stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might give a little money to it. That's the thing with free-to-play games.
Yeah.
If the game is fun, then sure, I'll give some money to it. So that
drop $10 once in a while. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to a sweet new avatar picture or something.
Yeah, and that's the key. Just like with Pokemon Go. It's like when Pokemon Go first started out, it was free. Everyone played it. You can give a little money to, expand your inventory or how many Pokemon you can have, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. Because I was having so much fun. That's the thing. Have a fun game, and I'll give you money.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Just make it enjoyable.
Yeah, if it's a free-to-play game and it's like very formulaic and boring, and it's just like, then I'm just gonna delete you off my phone.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. Full screen that. I just wanted to see the trailer. Never mind. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's a-okay. So that's what you've been playing?
Let's see. Still playing away at Baldur's Gate 3. I try to make a new effort into trying to get to the next part in the game, but oh my gosh, there's so much game in this game. But other than that, what about you? What have you been playing, Mike?
Oh boy. Well, I've been working on my achievements on the mini games, the mini metro and the mini motorways, and that's going okay. I've gotten a few over the last couple weeks since we last did a Jolt. There was also an update to Halls of Torment, which I've talked about quite a bit on this show. They threw out some new achievements as well, so I had to re-100% that game. But I've got 100% in that game again. It added like a good handful, like not quite 10, but maybe 7 or so new achievements. And some new skills in there. So shook it up a little bit. It gave me a chance to jump back in. A good reason to jump back in and check out their new stuff. So I enjoyed that. Halls of Torment. It's like it's a Diablo-like, gauntlet-like sides or start 3/4 view. Is that what it's called? 3/4 view. Type of game where you do all the battlings. Here, wait, full screen that. There's a video clip of the game. It's this kind of game, and it's roguelike. You keep dying over and over, but you pick your skills as you're going through the run before you die to level up. You pick your skills anew each time, and you have to just zap all these monsters in the Halls of Torment. And it's a great game to just sit back and like zone into as the hordes of monsters build and build and build. It's really fantastic.
Oh yeah,
really fantastic.
It's kind of like Vampire Survivors. That's the other big one. Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. And I think I played something on the place. Oh, I finished Guardians of the Galaxy on the PlayStation. I finally I got that game when I got my PlayStation 5. as one of my in-store rebate items that I treated myself to, and I never really put much time into it, but recently I went through and finished it up. I didn't mean to go to walmart.com for that. There we go, PlayStation. Yeah, and it was just an okay game. It was just okay. It was alright. Nothing fantastic. The story was really great. It was a really great Guardians of the Galaxy story, but the combat was actually kind of trash, and playing through it was a little tedious at times, a little frustrating at times, but the story was top-notch. I really loved the story of this game.
Right. I liked it a lot because so you're basically just like Peter, but then you can get like, help from the other Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. And it's made by Square Enix, and it would have been really easy for them to put Star-Lord into their Marvel's Avengers game and have the other Guardians just be his superpowers, like the other heroes had, and it would have been dope.
Right. And it takes place in the same universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you see the what's his name? The MODOK uses the sleeper at the end, and then you can see him in like the big trash heap that the Guardians are navigating through. It's in the same universe.
Oh, wow. I missed that when I was playing Avengers. That's cool.
So I think they were trying to build towards something where they could, mix the same universes, but unfortunately nobody liked the Avengers game.
Yeah. Yeah. Which was too bad, because the gameplay got really fun once you maxed out those heroes. It was really good.
Well, that's the thing. I love the Guardians game because it had like a good narrative through story with the combat and stuff. And that's what I didn't like about the Avengers. Like the Avengers game, you can complete it in like, a couple hours. And then after that, it's just like running through the same, aim dungeon 100 times.
Yeah. Yeah,
so it's like,
it got to be too much.
I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather play something else.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool when they did. It was cool when they did stuff like, oh, here's what's his name, the Maestro.
Yeah.
In the future, but they only did that only like a couple times every other like 3 months.
Yeah, what, they added Black Panther at one point. They added Spider-Man for PlayStation players.
Right, it's like they add like something new significant to the story. But, now you gotta wait half a year to build it.
Yeah.
So that was my beef with it. There was never like a complete narrative to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about Guardians, because it was a complete narrative. Like there was beginning, there's an end.
And it was fun. It was a fun story to play through on Guardians. Big time. So that's what I've been playing.
Cool. Should we go on to like movies and television shows?
Yeah, let's talk about that Loki finale.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
Let's talk about that friggin' Loki finale. So, for those still watching, and for those watching in the future, we're going to talk spoilers. If you're not all the way caught up and have not seen all of Loki Season 2, just watch out for spoilers. Spoilers ahead. You've been warned.
Spoiler train! Choo-choo! Spoiler train!
And I saw Tom Hiddleston on one of the late shows. One of the Jimmys, I think, was interviewing him. It was a good interview. It seems like quite a journey for him, the person, the actor, Tom Hiddleston. I mean, he started Loki when he was in his 20s. He's in his 40s now. It's been 20 some odd years. That's a long time to be playing the God of Mischief.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like. I mean, he's been there since almost the very beginning.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy in Thor. He was the bad guy in the Avengers.
He was the first Avengers bad guy.
and then he's been just a character ever since.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if it was in that interview, but he said like, "So this is it. I'm not going to be Loki anymore."
Yeah. Yeah. On the Late Show that I watched, he was talking about it like, well, this really did wrap everything up, and we're calling it done. But I don't think he's opposed to coming back if they came up with a reason for him to. But he was talking like there's nothing planned.
Oh, totally. And I think the way the story wrapped up was just like, there's really not anywhere Loki can fit in. Like, I think they ended Loki, like, permanently.
Yeah. Unless he turned into some kind of, like, the Watcher type character that can see everything. Well, I guess we should talk about what happened at the end of the season. Because...
Yeah, and I have heard, like, people saying, like, well, what about Kid Loki? Kid Loki can come back. Because that's the thing in the comic books.
Sorry for my chair squeaking. Well, there's also Sylvie is technically Loki. She's still running around out there.
Yeah.
There was all those other Lokis we saw last season who sadly did not make another appearance this season. None of them, which is fine, but it would have been fun to see them.
Yeah, this whole series is... Here's the thing, is like, I love Loki because it's kind of like Marvel's Doctor Who, where it's just like time and place and just show up, and sometimes the rules just don't matter because of, timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like it for that. But yes, pretty much the arc for season 2 was, okay, so Loki killed Kang, or
He Who Remains.
He Who Remains. And that, for some reason, messed up the TVA, but he goes back in time, and that's the thing, is like I could spend a whole day like explaining like how this is supposed to work, but it will not make sense.
Yeah, I'm looking for a graphic that shows his timeline or something.
But I mean, here's the thing with the ending is supposed to mean like it doesn't matter that he killed He Who Remains, or that he saved him. Actually, it just means like he was supposed to take his place, and that's what he wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Am I getting that right? Or am I...
Yeah, that's why He Who Remains kept talking like that was his plan all along, or everything was his plan. Everything that happened was because he set it up and blah, blah, blah. But I felt like at the end that was Loki breaking out of finally He Who Remains his plan and becoming something else and doing something else. Like the whole mess of timeline branches and the loom exploded, and all those branches died, right? They were all just dead until he started touching them. And then he grabbed them all up and took them with him and sat on the chair. And so he's just, giving life to all of the timelines and all of the realities all at once, everywhere? Forever and ever?
I think so. That's the thing, is like they also talk about incursions, which is like a Spider-Verse term that they threw around.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think is, oh no, is Miguel O'Hara going to come around?
Yeah.
This isn't canon.
And he grabbed them all up and he sat on the throne, and then it zoomed out and turned sideways, and it was like a big tree. It was like a big Yggdrasil tree, right? From Norse mythology, because he's Loki. Yeah. And he's in there.
It became the Tree of Life.
And it was all the timelines and all the branches, and they were no longer circling around, and they were no longer like being woven together into a sacred timeline. They were just flowing freely, but he had to touch them all. He gathered them all up. He made his cape out of them. His big, beautiful horns. I loved it when he was growing that crown, though, and like started that trudge where he started picking up all the threads. It was a great
Oh
scene.
yeah.
Fantastic
No,
scene. He walks up those stairs to the throne. Beautiful. Beautiful.
no, it looked cool. The thing I took away from it was basically, you know, there are other multiverses. Multiverse. There are other universes, but you don't have to worry about it because Loki's got it. He's taking
Yeah.
care of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a show that kind of like presented a problem, but then like solved the problem itself.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, Loki, he's got it. Loki's looking after us, but then I don't think any of the other like Marvel storylines have to worry about that. So
I mean, how powerful does this make him in the Marvel spectrum of power, though? Like he's in control of all realities, all different branches of reality. This one
well,
Loki,
I don't think he's in control. He's
or
just
he's
holding it
giving
together.
life to them. If he lets go, they die.
He's just holding it together. Yeah, that's the thing.
So yeah, not in
Uh,
control, but everybody's fate depends on him deciding to continue to do that.
I
So he
mean,
has to continue to decide to do that forever and ever and ever.
I think that's the thing. That's what he meant by like, this is my glorious purpose.
Yeah. Well, and that was
Um,
also his whole thing. Season 2 was trying to get back to his friends and not wanting to be alone. And that's what people have been telling him, like, throughout his whole run as Loki. Is his whole thing is like, you're bad, you have to be alone, you're not part of the group, you don't get to have friends. And so he finally ends up exactly there where he's always been destined to go. It's pretty great. It's pretty great from the long view timeline of the whole Marvel universe.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool, and it's sort of like a uh, anti antithesis of like who he is in like the actual like Norse mythology.
Yeah.
It's like Loki is like the great destroyer, and like he's going to kill the tree of life. Um, he kills Odin, he kills Thor. So it's cool like that he's actually there holding it together. So
Yeah.
I like the ending. I like Loki.
It was good. It was a fun show to watch. I kind of bummed it doesn't seem like there's going to be a season 3 because it was fun to see what they were doing with it. And I want to know if Owen Wilson is going to show up again in anything. There's rumors he's going to be in Deadpool 3. So we may
Ooh,
not have
that'd
seen
be
the last
awesome.
of Mobius.
Well, yeah, if there's gonna be like any like multiverse shenanigans, then I think Owen Wilson, also Sylvie, probably Deadpool 3, they could show up. There is some multiverse shenanigans in the Marvels, and you haven't watched that one, right?
I have. Oh, I've watched the Marvels.
Oh yes, yes. There's a little bit at the end, but what did you think about the Marvels?
Oh, the Marvels. It was fun. It was fun. I don't think it was the worst part 2 of any of the Marvel series' main hero series. I liked seeing Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, back in action. She's a fun character, and the girl that plays her is fantastic at it. I thought she was really good in that movie.
Yes, she is without a
Um,
doubt the best part. She's so adorable. She's so funny.
yeah, it was a little bit. They did the Marvel thing where the villain was like this throwaway, same powers as somebody else. We've seen it before. I didn't think the villain was that strong in this one, but it was really more about these 3 ladies learning to be a team. So that's not the biggest deal for me.
Right. Yeah. No, I liked it. I thought it was a really fun movie. Kamala Khan, as I relate to her. She's me.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, I would just be freaking out about like every superhero showing up like my left and right. Um, the whole, but I also like the whole like backstory. Like I love like the lore of just like, oh yeah, Hala is dying because Carol, defeated, the Grand Intelligence,
Yeah.
and I guess I don't know why. Maybe I skipped over a part, but I guess because of that, like the world is dying. But she, the bad guy, she is like one of like the people who were part of her squad, and then she like hit her, and then like all of a sudden Hala's dying, and that's why she has a grudge against Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. I mean,
Yeah.
um, so I don't know. I loved like really more of like the goofy parts where they go to like the planet of like people who can only sing.
Man, did they cut out a whole Bollywood scene there or what? I felt like that was building up to an entire Bollywood song and dance number, and then
Oh
they were just
man,
like, "Oh, let's talk now."
they should have done that. It's like
I feel
maybe.
like they cut some stuff out of that scene for sure. It was building up to something that didn't happen.
Yeah, because I heard like this movie was like cut the hell out, like edited.
Yeah, but I would have watched
Um,
another Bollywood number. I liked it when
no,
Kumail
that was
Nanjiani
fun.
did one in the Eternals. I liked the stuff they did in the Ms. Marvel series. The Bollywood, they had a couple of little Bollywood scenes in there, didn't they?
Yeah, no, in Miss Marvel they had a whole dance number.
Yeah.
They were at a wedding and she was
Oh, yeah.
dancing and her boyfriend was dancing and whatever. And it's like it was cool. They should have like did a whole thing. They should have leaned into more of like the silliness and like the fun of
Yeah.
it. And instead they kind of cut it short. That's probably where
It was
you
like
know,
trying to get silly and fun, and then they're like, no, it has to be a Marvel movie.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have leaned more into that. Instead, this is like more. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing is like this movie was like super short, and I was like, what? The movie's over already? What the hell?
Yeah, hour 45 runtime. Really short. It's like, yeah, I've already bought my ticket. Show me the Bollywood dance scene, damn it. The cat was back, though. The Flurkin. Loved it.
Oh yeah, definitely. They leaned into the Flurkins. That's. I mean, I don't know. Some producers just like, oh, they love the cat from the first one. Give them more cats, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
And
there's like, no.
how about Monica Rambeau? We see more of her since WandaVision when she got her powers. She's
Oh,
now
totally. Well,
learned
that's
to
the thing
use
is,
them. She's out there
I
fixing
thought.
space stations with them.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I thought she was shortchanged. Like, she's like kind of just there. They don't really give her a lot to do, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
She was
but
still, yeah, she was still kind of like becoming a suit. Like the other two had become superheroes, but she still hadn't been named or gotten her costume. So this was kind of like her origin story movie in a few ways.
right, they never really address it. In fact, I think they even like talk over her when she's like explaining how she got her powers.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh well, when this witch took over this world. Oh, anyways, what?
Oh yeah, we watched WandaVision.
So it was kind of weird. But she did get a big part in the end credit scene.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, big spoofler train, spoiler train. At the end of the movie, she sacrifices herself to like. Apparently, there's this big portal, and she has to close the portal at the other side. So
Yeah.
she volunteers to do it, and they do it, and they're like, "Yay, yay, yay!" Oh wait, what happened to her? Where's Monica? No.
Monica. Yeah. Oh boy, but that was the payoff I was waiting for, man. I told you I smelled them, and I smelled them, and I was right. I was right, but
Oh,
I was right in a way I did not expect. Okay,
oh,
should we?
dang.
Are we avoiding saying what exactly happened in that middle scene? I think we should not say exactly. Or what should we say? What do we say here? We've already been spoiling stuff.
Oh, oh. I was about to say, go off, King.
Well, so yeah, she gets stuck in the Fox cinematic X-Men universe.
Well, we don't know that. if that's that exact universe.
No, we don't,
Because
but we do know that we saw Kelsey Grammer. I heard his voice, man. I heard his voice, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
dude, when I heard his voice, and then like after the movie, I was just like, it can't be Kelsey Grammer. And I looked at it, oh
Oh, that was
shit,
definitely him.
it's Kelsey Grammer.
No mistake.
And he did look a little. I mean, he was like totally CGI, so I didn't see any like Kelsey Grammer. But he was like, it's the Beast.
Yeah, they
It's
CGI'd him
Beast.
instead of doing the face prosthetics.
It's Hank McCoy.
Yeah. Talking about Charles. So who is Monica Rambeau's mother supposed to be in that scene, though? She stood up and she had a costume on, but I didn't recognize her. I didn't recognize who that was supposed to be.
So she's a character called Binary, and she is kind of just like a different version of Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So yeah, she's like a very like not known character called Binary, but she has like all the Captain Marvel powers. I think she's a mutant, I want to say, but I'm not sure. But
See.
it's kind of like how they fit in. Like, okay, now there are 3 Captain Marvels basically in this movie.
Yeah.
There's Carol Danvers, there's Captain Marvel, there's Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. There's Spectrum, or what's her name? They keep dancing around her name. What's her name?
Photon? Monica
Photon.
Rambeau?
Monica Rambeau. She's Photon. And now there's Binary. So there are now 4 Captain Marvels.
But she didn't recognize her own daughter. How sad was that?
Yeah, because she's in a different universe. So I'm sure
Her daughter missed her so bad. She didn't even recognize her. She's like, "Who the hell are you? Get out of here. We're the X-Men."
Yeah. Right. Which is funny because she was already Captain Marvel in Doctor Strange when he went to that universe.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of surprised she wasn't just in her other, outfit. But I'm glad she wasn't too. Like, this is something different. It wasn't even the same as what we already saw of her alternate self. So that was nice. It was nice. It was a good post-credit scene. I liked what it did. I liked that it gave us a tease of the X-Men. I can't wait for them to bring the X-Men in fully. But in the meantime, I'm glad we're getting some more direct teases about it. And I like the idea that the MCU can just sometimes accidentally collide with the other movie universes. Like, Spider-Man did it. Now they've done it here with the X-Men. It's I like what it does to my brain. Makes my brain real happy. It's like, I saw those movies, man. I know where they're going.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, once you open up the possibility of a multiverse, it's just like, you can do anything. Really.
Yeah.
But I think after this, the MCU is taking a break. The only movie for 2024 is Deadpool 3.
Yeah, they've been cutting back. Well, this box office response for the Marvels has been abysmal. It's the worst yet.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, I don't blame it on the movie itself. I think the movie is fantastic. I think it's just like the timing and just like, yeah, the way they marketed it, and after the big strikes and everything, is just, I didn't think the movie would do good, regardless whether it was good or not.
Yeah, not the greatest time to be trying to release a movie right after that strike and all that. Definitely didn't help. But it is what it is. Yeah, I do think it was a fine addition to the whole entire body of work, the Marvel Universe. I didn't think there was anything particularly wrong with this one. Like, the worst thing about it was like a weak villain. But it wasn't really about the villain. It was about this team. It was about the Marvels.
Yeah. And they even teased like, Kamala Khan, she's going to start her own Avengers, apparently.
Yeah, some Young Avengers action. She's playing Nick Fury at the end there. She goes and gets Haley Steinfeld from Hawkeye, the young Hawkeye, and she
Yep.
name dropped somebody
Kate
else.
Bishop.
Yeah, went and grabbed Kate Bishop. Who did she name drop? She mentioned somebody else too, didn't she? I feel like she did. I can't remember now.
Oh, I don't remember. But I mean, they got plenty of Young Avengers to go around because like they got her. They've got
Son of Hulk. They got Son of Hulk.
They got the Son of Hulk. They got America Chavez, who can be like their Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
They've got Kid Iron Man, the girl from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Ironheart. Who else? Anyways, there's tons of Kid Avengers. Also, the person who will probably lead them will be, Sam Wilson, the new Captain America.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
I did watch a video about so on the Disney cruise, they do a Marvel night.
Wow.
And they have a specific video where it's Sam Wilson as Captain America. He's got the wings, he's got the shield, and he's teaming up with Kamala Khan.
Oh wow.
And they're trying to all stop Ultron. Ultron's attacking the boat.
That's so stupid.
It's so stupid, but it's kind of cool at the same time. If I was on that cruise ship, I'd be like, whoa, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, as far as the future of Marvel, apparently Marvel is trying to get Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian. So
yeah. You pull that up on screen.
To be Mr. Fantastic. They're trying to get him to be Reed Richards.
That could be something. I mean, I've been wondering who they'll get for Fantastic Four stuff. I could see him pulling it off, of course, but what magical child will he save?
I don't know. We'll see.
How's he going to do it if there's no magical child to escort, somewhere?
I mean, the only magical child with Fantastic Four I could think of is his own child, Franklin Reed's.
And doesn't he become Kang in some comics? Isn't isn't Victor Timely Reed Richards' son or something in some versions of the comics? I don't know, something like that I read somewhere.
Oh well, yeah, he's his ancestor. So
there you go.
In the far future, Kang's ancestor is Reed Richards. So
okay. Yeah,
not sure
I knew
if
there
they'll
was
go
some connection
with that angle or not, but then there's Franklin Richards, who is a mutant. So that could also be a tie-in. But I don't know. People were thinking that John Krasinski, because he was Reed Richards in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He'd be a good one, but I think he said nah, I don't want to do that.
I saw some interview with him that talked about how he didn't know if he could handle it after seeing the reactions to him just doing the cameo. Something about the fan base's reaction to that, making him unsure if he would even want to be Reed Richards for real. I guess some people loved it, some people hated it.
Right, because I think if you do that, you're kind of committing to 7 movies.
Yeah, 7 movies in 10 years at least.
And I think a lot of the other actors who did that, speaking of a lot of the other Avengers actors said I probably said ugh, but don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think even Scarlett Johansson said just she doesn't want to do that anymore. Same with Robert Downey. So
yeah,
that's the thing. Is just with Marvel, just oh, do you want to be in these movies? Well, You
You
know,
want to be in 7 of them?
it's good. It's like, yeah, it's like a 15-year commitment, buddy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think he would be great. I mean, I love Pedro Pascal and anything he does.
Yeah, he's good. I love him too. He's always fun to watch.
Yeah. Would he be good Reed Richards? Well, now I'm thinking, like, who would be the other Fantastic Four? Who would you want to be, like, Johnny Storm?
Timothy Chalamet. Just kidding.
Oh, I'll bring him up in a bit.
Okay.
Or who would you want to be, like, Susan Storm?
Yeah, it's hard to say, especially across Pedro Pascal. Who would be? I don't know. When I try to think of it, my brain just goes right to the former cast members that have played it.
Right.
And then it's
me
hard
too.
for me to think about it from there. You know what, though? Well, Emma Stone, let's see. She hasn't technically been in the MCU. She was Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man, but that was Sony. So I guess she's up for grabs. She could probably do it. She could probably do Sue Storm. Pull it off.
Maybe.
And then you get Jonah Hill to be the Thing. Perfect. Perfect. Those two go great together. I've seen it. They're great together.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh man.
But that's all for MCU that I can think of.
Yeah, that's enough talking about the MCU. Sorry if we spoiled those shows for you guys. But we did warn you. Well, not that sorry.
Sorry.
What else we got this week? Oh, did you hear the new Andre 3000 album yet? New Blue Sun?
I have not. Is it good?
A little bit of music news. This man put out a flute album. An album of him playing the flute. That's it. That's the album. It's like 8 tracks. The track list is ridiculous. But it's a pretty good listen. It's
that's all it is him playing the flute. There's no like other.
It's got drums and stuff. Like it's full songs, but it's no rapping. I think I listened to most of the whole album. I didn't hear any lyrics. It's flute music. It's flute music with some drums and some other instruments as well. But it's him playing the flute. It's Andre 3000 playing the flute, and it's just.
I mean, is
great.
it good? Is it like?
Yeah, it's groovalicious, man. It's groovalicious. You can put it on in the background and just jam out.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll give it a listen. That kind of reminds me of, John H. Benjamin. The guy, he's the voice actor for Bob from Bob's Burgers, and he plays Archer.
Oh, yeah.
He did a whole album of him playing, like, jazz piano, even though he has no idea how to play jazz or piano. And he has a whole album of it where it's just him like basically like trying to play the piano. And he gets there.
Nice.
It's basically just like a whole album of him just like fumbling through piano.
That's great. I've got the track list up for this Andre 3000 album. And the track list is great. And you guys can read it there on the screen for yourselves. But the first track, just to give you an idea, is called I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. That's the first track. Wow. That's the first track. And they've all got really, really good track titles.
I'm going to look it up. I have a couple of music recommendations.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go for it.
So the first one is... you know the band Semisonic?
Hell yeah, I do.
Closing
time.
They just got back together and they put out a new album.
Oh, damn. What's it called?
Let me look it up.
Out of the Dirt? No.
Is that
2 months ago?
Yeah, just very much recently, Semisonic. But I've been a little bit of fun. And I've been listening to it, and it's great. It's so fun.
Yeah, I always like that closing time. The jam.
Yep, just really good chill, soft rock kind of jam. If you like Closing Time, you'll like that. My other one is by Rebecca Sugar, and she is the creator of Steven Universe, but she's also a really good musical artist who just put out an EP.
Spiral Bound.
Yep.
Nice. Found it. Got it.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's really chill. It's just I kind of recommend because they're just like really good tracks to listen to, when it's raining and you just want to chill out and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she plays guitar, ukulele, mandolin, and piano. So, and I love her voice. She has just such a great, relaxing voice. So those are my 2 musical recommendations from the AC Gamer.
Hell yeah. Francis, welcome to it. Thanks for joining us there in the chat. Appreciate you coming along. Music. Great. What else this week?
Well, we can talk about different trailers that we've seen.
Oh, yeah. Lots of trailers, huh?
Lots of trailers. Where did we leave off last time? I know we have a big string of trailers.
Let's see. We watched the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, right? Or did we not? No, we didn't. That was after the last one. I'm scrolling. Okay, so we did
just keep on scrolling.
We watched that Marvels trailer last time. There was The Family Plan, which is a Mark Wahlberg, action dad comedy.
Oh, I haven't seen this one. Does it look funny?
It looks dorky as hell. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up properly. It seems like it'll be goofy. It's a holiday family movie. Marky Mark's in it. He's a former action star guy, but now he's got a family, but his family's in danger, so he has to save them.
Interesting.
It's one of those types.
Wait, I don't think this one's on this list, but there's another trailer that you just reminded me of. The Fall Guy. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I think we watched that one a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, with Gosling and Emily Blunt. Yeah, we did.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. But this one, Family Plan, it's coming to Apple TV on December 15th.
Having trailer deja vu.
Trailer ja vu.
Trailer deja vu.
There was also a new trailer released since our last episode of Godzilla -1. I know you're loving that, AC Gamer.
Yes. Oh man, I love me Godzilla.
Yeah, this one's looking pretty great. They're bringing back the original looking monster, right?
Yes, it's crazy because the premise of the movie is it's taking place kind of post-war Japan, so in the 50s.
Yeah.
And he is kind of designed off the original Godzilla and how that's supposed to be super scary. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
He looks awesome. That Godzilla looks nice. So I'm excited for this movie because Godzilla is there's 2 different types of Godzillas. There's a Godzilla who's a hero and he's fighting other monsters and he's protecting people. But then there's also the Godzilla who's a literal menace and monster.
Yeah.
And this is that type of Godzilla, so I'm excited.
Yeah, he's messing them up. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Oh man. Should be good. Francis says you're going to see the Thanksgiving horror movie. What's the Thanksgiving horror movie? I'm not sure. And what else we got? Oh, moving on in trailers, though. There's another meme. Of course it's going to be hilarious. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I'll
watch it.
Thanksgiving with Patrick Dempsey, says Francis. Oh, I can't even spell right now. With Patrick... Is this for real? From a month ago? I haven't seen the trailer. There will be no leftovers. Oh, gross. Pencil in the air. This is a horror trailer, everybody. Watch out. It might be gross. I haven't seen it. But is this...
Oh, The Thanksgiving by Eli Roth?
I don't know.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's just called Thanksgiving. As far as I can tell.
Yeah, by Eli Roth.
Oh. What are they, eating people? Gross.
I haven't watched it either. It's by, you remember, did you ever watch Grindhouse?
Oh, no, but I'm familiar with what it is.
With, Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, yeah.
So they basically just directed 2 movies and put them together, but in between there were sort of like an intermission and previews.
Oh.
Of like different movies.
Yeah.
And one of them was called Thanksgiving by Eli Roth.
Oh, and so they just made it into a real movie?
Yep.
Ew.
10 years later, Eli Roth just decided to make Thanksgiving.
He's like, I'm gonna make it. All right, well, there you go.
Even though it was a joke. Also, Machete was also part of that.
Yeah. Boy, that movie did well for its spin-offs.
Because there was a preview for Machete.
Yeah.
Even though it was like an out of context, nowhere out of like trailer, and then Robert Rodriguez was just like, oh, I kind of want to make this movie.
Oh, he got her with the corn pokers in the ears. That's brutal.
No.
Moving on. Wow. Where was that?
And I talked to him. That was when I was a journalist.
This guy. What is this guy's name? I've got him frozen on screen. I need to look him up. He's been in so much stuff in the last couple years. I keep seeing him in all kinds of things. He's always like a Weasley, like, you think he's a good guy, but it turns out he's working with the bad guys type of guy. He's always one of those. But I don't know the actor's name.
Don't recognize his name.
Okay. Well, chat, if anybody knows, leave me a comment in the chat or leave me a comment on this video in the future if you see it. I need to look this guy up. And then...
They'll put it in your chat and you're just like, what? Why are you putting this random guy's name in my...
Yeah. And tell me why you're putting his name in there. Another new trailer, though, we had Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. This is a continuation of the last Ghostbusters movie, which had Paul Rudd and Mackenzie Grace. Is that the girl's name? That young girl? And
yes.
Yeah, so...
Right. Yeah. Mackenzie Grace and Finn Wolfhard and...
Yeah.
I don't remember the mom's name.
So they're coming back for another Ghostbusters adventure. It looks like everything's freezing. Here we see in the trailer these people enjoying the beach, but no, ice spikes. Oh, ice spikes everywhere. Ew, yikes. That would be freaky.
So I guess they came back to New York, which is probably where the Ghostbusters should be.
Well, they showed them at the end of that last one. In like was it a post-credit scene where they were driving in the Ghostbuster mobile back to New York or something? There's the old building right there. There's the old, there's the Ecto Cruiser, the Ecto 1. There it is. So this is coming in the spring. This is from Sony Pictures. And it's another Ghostbusters adventure. So who could complain about that? Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing that somebody on another movie podcast I listened to pointed out. It's just like with this trailer and the other Ghostbusters movie, is like Ghostbusters is a comedy.
Yeah. But
then like this movie is like treating it like it's so like serious and like scary. It's just like Ghostbusters was supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's like the first Ghostbusters is like the funniest movie ever. But like there's no comedy.
But it was still spooky and weird. It did both. It did both very well, actually. I thought.
Sure.
But I also saw in this trailer Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, and Patton Oswalt and Kumail Nanjiani for this new Ghostbusters. So that's pretty great.
Oh yeah. Have you heard about the Ghostbusters contract?
No.
They cannot make a Ghostbusters movie unless the original actors like sign off on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if Bill Murray says, no, you can't make another Ghostbusters, then they can't.
Oh.
So, apparently, yeah, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson
Yeah.
They're not allowed to like make another Ghostbusters unless all three of them say yes.
Well, great. That's good.
And apparently they're all in it too because they were in the last one. So
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Francis found it. Billy Magnuson is this actor's name. There he is. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff lately.
Billy Magnuson.
He's got the face of a guy that you trusted but you shouldn't have. That's what he looks like to me anyway, because that's what he always plays in the movies I see him in. Like, super friendly, super congenial, seems like a friendly guy, but don't trust him, because he's gonna turn his back on you and your team.
Oh man, yeah, I'm looking at him right now. You're right.
Yeah.
Be like,
but he's good at it. He's been good in the movies I've seen him in. I like seeing him in a movie. Like, he gives a good performance. He's just always that guy.
It was just like, hey man, we could be friends. You're nice and handsome, but I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I'm watching for that knife you're probably going to plunge in my back.
Yeah. We got another one next summer.
I'm excited.
The Sunday comics, so I read it. I never cared that much.
Oh yeah, totally. That's the thing with the Sunday comics. It's just like they were just there. They were, cartoons. There's like the page that your parents gave you, just like, oh my gosh, cartoons. There's Garfield. There's Charlie Brown, Peanuts.
I just Googled it. I just searched it just to see what is the best Garfield comic strip of all time. Toes and Fingers from 2004. Garfield counts his toes and fingers and realizes he has none. That's that's the best. It doesn't sound that great when you just read the description of it. The next best one. Garfield gets stuck, 1978. Garfield tries to squeeze through the pet door and gets stuck. That's the second best Garfield comic strip.
Yeah, it's like we need to tell a story and like have like a joke in like 3 panels.
Yeah.
And you have to do it daily, every day.
Yeah. Or else. Fired.
Yeah. Chat, tell us what was your like favorite, newspaper cartoon? Like your daily newspaper. I mean, there was like Kathy. There was
it begins and ends at Calvin and Hobbes. I'm sorry, that's the only one that really matters.
Calvin Hobbes. Yeah, I think Calvin Hobbes takes the cake. But there's that. There was what's his name? Beagle. What's his the soldier guy? Beagle.
Oh, yeah.
Or
what
Bugle?
was his name? Something. Comic strip Bugle. Bugle Bailey. Before it came up, Beetle Bailey. It's Beetle Bailey. Is that what we're thinking of? He was the army guy.
Yep. He was in the army.
Not Bugle Bailey. There he is. I remember. Yeah, I used to read that one. I've seen that one.
There's him. There's Kathy.
That one ran till 2018? Since 1950. Holy cow.
There was Prince Valiant. That was kind of like an ongoing story of like this, Prince in like this mythical land or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to read those too.
Anyways, we got into the weeds on this one.
Created in 1937, Prince Valiant. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure there are volumes.
Yeah, there's a hardcover book here in my search results. Jeez, man.
Whoa.
That's wild.
I remember that. Anyways, we got in the weeds. That's what Garfield does. That's what Garfield does to you.
Francis agrees about Calvin and Hobbes, though, but also liked Garfield, just so you know. Should we keep talking trailers?
Yes. Want to watch it?
Next one, also pretty cool. This is The Abyss being released in 4K for one night only on December 6th in theaters. So, pretty old movie, but it's coming back to theaters in a super remaster, and this is a great sci-fi movie. This is a great old school, freaky weird. I remember seeing this as a kid. I don't think I've seen this movie in probably 30 years. But
I mean, here's my admission. I've never seen this movie.
It's good.
In its entirety. I've seen clips and stuff.
We ought to look up where
It's
it's
like,
playing around us and go find a showing on that night. December
all the
December
iconic stuff.
6th.
Yeah, but no, I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, James Cameron is too busy not making movies, so he's just going to release all his old movies.
Yeah, I want to see this again because there's imagery from this movie that I still remember. Like this shot right here in the trailer. There's so many shots from this movie that I remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. I want to remember what the story was all about. They're down exploring the ocean and they find some aliens, is the gist of it.
Yeah,
But,
oh gosh, you know what? I just had a flashback. I remember this being like the first time I saw boobs.
oh
On
my
screen.
stars. Well, then there's that.
Yeah, yeah, there are boobas in this movie.
All right.
And I remember.
So one more reason to go see it in 4K. All right, and one more for the week.
Become Spider Women.
Oh.
But Madam Web can see the future, so she's trying to stop it. So that's what I gather. I don't know.
Oh, any one of these women could be a Spider-Woman if you don't kill them, Spider-Guy.
And that's the thing is, like, how is this connected to Spider-Man? How is this connected to Venom or Morbius?
Well, this was looking like a New York City adventure, so Venom's off on the other coast, and Morbius... Was he in New York?
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
we'll
he's in
see.
San
Maybe it's a
Francisco.
Morbius cameo at the end of this one. Who knows?
He was in San Francisco. I never watched Morbius. I have no idea where he is. But then they also have the Craven movie. Did you watch the trailer for Craven?
Yeah, I think we watched that a couple weeks ago on this show, too. But yeah, that's looking good.
With Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver's going to be Craven now.
Which is so funny because it's like Craven's a bad guy, but like the trailer makes him out to people like, oh, he's the protector. He's a good guy.
Venom's a bad guy. Was Morbius a bad guy or not in the comics? Wasn't he a villain?
I think he started out as a villain, but he kind of became like an anti-hero.
Look, Sony can't do Spider-Man, so they have to make the villains the main characters because they have all those villains to choose from. And then when they finally get the rights back to Spider-Man or whatever, or Marvel lets them, then they'll do a Spider-Man movie with all these villains they've established.
I mean, I feel like the only way this would work is like if Marvel like somehow just like lets them have Tom Holland be their Spider-Man.
No, Andrew Garfield, man. Andrew Garfield should be the Spider-Man for all of this Sony stuff. I think it should be Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield. Or Toby. But Toby's getting pretty old.
I'd rather have Toby be the Spider-Man.
But he's getting pretty old.
But I guess that doesn't make sense because he's already fought Venom.
Yeah. Well, multiverse, there's different Venoms.
Sure, and they
Tobey
already
Maguire, 48. How old is Andrew Garfield? He's 40. So there's only 8 years difference. How old is Tom Holland?
Yeah, I guess you're right because they already had like Tom Hardy. He did like a cameo in the last Spider-Man movie.
Well, the way I understand it is the symbiote itself is a multiversal consciousness, so it's aware of all of them. That's what I was reading somewhere. The symbiote itself is part of a hive mind, and that hive mind goes across the multiverses. So the symbiote... That's why at the end of Venom 2, was it? Where they did the crossover with the MCU, and they showed Tom Holland on the screen, and the Venom symbiote's like, this guy or something, said something about like recognizing him.
They also did that in No Way Home at the very end. Like
that's
Tom
what
Holland
it was.
I mean, what's his name? Tom Hardy was there.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Because he got sucked into the universe, but they didn't know, and then like he left a little bit of the symbiote behind.
Yeah. Yeah. So the symbiote is aware of who Spider-Man is anyway.
Anyways,
symbiote is multiversal.
Do you love all this nerd talk? Do you love all this nerdy talk?
Yes. Don't forget to like the video. Oh, Francis reminds us that Jared Leto did not climb all of that tower, just the top part, to remind the world that he's still in a band. It was just the top of the tower. I should have specified. It wasn't the whole damn tower.
Oh man. Okay, that
But it
makes
was
sense.
like the highest up top of the tower bits, like
No, sorry. I
outside.
think I thought he was like King Konging it. Like he started from the bottom all the way up.
Sorry, yeah, I should have specified. No, he started from like the top part where normally people aren't allowed to go and climb to the like the tippy tip.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he climbed like the roof of the Empire State Building. The tall roof. Just the tip. That's right, complicated Mike. Just the tip. Jared
Oh
Leto's
man.
good for just the tip.
Come on, Jared Leto, do better. Get your butt on the bottom and climb that whole.
Yeah. Maybe
The
I'll
whole
buy your
thing.
album if you climb the whole thing, Jared. There's some
Yeah, no,
photos on
I was
screen.
thinking about listening to your album, but now I'm just like,
Yeah. I was about to go buy that 30 Seconds to Mars album, then I remembered he just did the tip.
yeah. I thought, yeah. When you see a headline that says Jared Leto climbed the Empire State Building, I was just like, wow.
He
I'm gonna
totally
get
had
that new
ropes on
album.
too. He totally had a bunch of ropes. I was wrong about the free climbing part.
Ah,
He's definitely got ropes on. Which makes sense. They wouldn't let him do that free climbing.
that is like so way less impressive.
I mean, he still climbed it.
Yeah,
Still
but you
climbed
could,
it.
I'm sure you could like. That's like a thing that like a tourist could pay for.
What are you, just some kind of tourist, Jared Leto? You just some damn tourist?
Remember when I mean this was like, years and years ago when the dude who he like tight roped between like the twin towers. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I think I remember something about that.
Yeah, there was a whole documentary and there was this guy who just like, and it was not regulated. They just did it. Where it's just like
Yeah.
this dude who just like tight roped across the
See,
twin towers.
I would have bought their album.
Oh, totally.
I'd have bought their album in a heartbeat.
I watched his movie.
Seriously. Oh boy. Well, I think that about does it. Anything else we should cover this week?
I don't know. That's all. Is there anything like upcoming that you're excited? Like movies or shows that you're?
Oh boy. Yeah, Echo. We got Echo coming up from the Marvel verse on Disney TV, Disney Plus. That's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. Marvel's already happened. I was looking forward to that, but I saw that. That's happened now. Now I'm looking behind at it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like, Deadpool 3 is like the only Marvel movie that's coming out in 2024, but there's lots of Marvel shows.
Yeah.
So there's Echo. What else? There's probably another season of Captain America, I want to say. Yeah.
Another what of Captain America?
Or Falcon and the Winter's. Maybe
Are they doing another season of that? I thought he was going back to movies after that season.
I don't know. I thought I don't know. I'll have to look.
Oh, we got that Napoleon movie coming out November 22nd. That's coming. And Wish from Disney, the new Disney movie that just looks like... It looks like they told their animators to computer animate the Disneyest Disney movie they could think of. And that's what Wish is going to be.
Oh, actually, I just watched, or not just, I just read the IGN review on that movie.
Oh, how's it looking?
Not great.
Well, rip.
According to IGN. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, there's a film by Beyonce coming out later this year on December 1st. Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. Wow.
Ooh. What about video game wise? I mean, we're at the end of the year, so this year has been just packed with so many video games. Craziness. Do you know of anything that's coming out next year that you're excited for?
Not really on my radar. I'm just doing a quick search. But chat, feel free to let us know. What are you looking forward to in video games and entertainment in the coming months? It looks like video games. There's a Prince of Persia coming out. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. This one looks interesting to me. What is this in a series? It's in a series, I think. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Is it Yakuza series?
Yes.
Yakuza
Yeah.
Saga? There we go. I've never played any of them.
They're fun. I played a couple of the Yakuza games, and I played the Like a Dragon game. It's yeah, Like a Dragon is sort of like a RPG Final Fantasy type, like turn-based combat,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's like set. It's like set in Japan, where you're just like some dude, and so like
Just a dude.
you can equip. Yeah, you're just a dude. Well, you were part of the Yakuza, like the organized crime family, but you get cast out. But you get to be the game is so it's a really funny game. So you get you know how in RPGs, in fantasy RPGs, you equip a sword or magic and stuff.
Yeah.
In here, you equip like a baseball bat.
Awesome.
And so like you're looking at like different weapons, and then one of the other characters is, I guess he was like formerly a doctor, but now he's like a hobo. And so he's like your healer, but he does like magic and stuff. And so like his magic is just like toss trash at this guy, or
Perfect.
apply a band-aid to like our hero who has the baseball bat. He's really funny.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that series of games is fun, but it's a spin-off of like the Yakuza games, where it's just like kind of like a beat 'em up game where you're just a guy who he was formerly part of the Yakuza, but yeah, they're really fun. They're fun and especially because I've been in Japan, and they do like a lot of like callbacks of just like what it's like to be like in the streets of Japan. So it's really funny.
Yeah. Nice.
Really cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Francis says they're excited for Scott Pilgrim TV show. You were going to say something about that, weren't you, AC?
Which one?
The Scott Pilgrim TV show. Didn't you have something?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right. Gosh, I totally forgot. I was such into other conversations. Yes, I did watch the first 2 episodes of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and it's really fun. It's cool. I really like it. They have the actors from the movie voicing all the same characters.
Nice.
But it's in the style of the comic book. But it's not in the it's not like a retelling of the comic book. It's so like the first episode is kind of like goes through the paces of the comic and all the characters and stuff, but at the very end it like takes just a wild turn. Like it just like goes off the rails, and you're just like, what? So I'm excited to watch the rest of it. So it looks pretty good. So if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim, all the characters are there, and it looks really fun and nice. Oh, and then the other show I've been watching is Invincible. Did we talk about Invincible?
Not yet in this episode. No. There's new episodes of that have come out. I've also seen them.
Oh yeah.
It's going great so far. I'm liking that show.
Oh yeah, me too. So yeah, the new season of Invincible's been going good.
Everything's multiverse though. Why everything? All the superhero stuff was multiverse. Everything. Invincible's doing it too now. Multiverse. Oh, just open a portal. There's another one of you. Just get them. I might be getting a little tired of multiverse stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like when you open the door of the multiverse, it's just like that's kind of like the writer's, escape pod. And it's just like multiverse stuff. I was watching a whole video about I watched a video about like explaining the history or lore of Kingdom Hearts. Oh. There's like so much multiverse and so much time travel, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow, is Kingdom Hearts the reason there's so much multiverse stuff now in all the media? Did they just start a snowball, a decade and a half ago?
No, I think it started way before that. I mean, comic books themselves have just been multiversing for however long. It's just like when the publishers are just like not happy with the whole structure of like the overall narrative. They're just like multiverse. That's that's where how like DC's what was it? I think in the 80s it was like the Crisis, where it's just like
Crisis on
we had
Infinite Earths.
Yep, we had all these different multiverses, but now we need to blow them up and like put them all in together. And they keep doing that.
Erwin Schrödinger proposed the idea in a 1952 lecture about the existence of multiple possibilities existing simultaneously at once that don't collapse upon observation. So this is all Schrödinger's fault. This is a snowball that started rolling in 1952. That son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, Schrödinger. Well, I mean that's the possibility of. I think it was probably Schrödinger, but there's a really great video that explains like the different like dimensions. So like, we are 3-dimensional, or what is it? We're 4-dimensional creatures that live on a 3-dimensional world. But if you go beyond that, there are 5-dimensional creatures who live on a 4-dimensional world, and that is like time and different realities and all that kind of stuff.
Yikes. That makes my brain go squishy.
Oh, yeah, it's a good video. I'll link it in the Discord if I can find it. Yeah, and it goes up to like 10 dimensions, because like you get to a dimension where just like physics don't make sense, and like the rules of physics and mathematics are different from what we know them.
Yeah. Oh, hey. This says that the Marvel What If comics in '77 were when the comics started doing it before DC. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, also, that's another trailer.
Oh yeah, What If Season 2. I didn't post that in the thing, did I? But there's a new season of What If coming out.
Yeah, and Tony Stark's Santa Claus, apparently.
I forgot to post that one. I'm excited for that, though. That'll be good. That'll be great.
I thought the first What If was pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Although it was very dark. Like most of like the alternate realities were pretty dark.
Yeah, they were. But I'll totally watch more of them. We got some Ant-Man action. I heard Michael Douglas's voice in this trailer. We got young Star-Lord tearing it up. Yeah, this should be fun. This should be a fun season of stuff. Oh, and they're coming out like one episode a day over, it's like the week before Christmas.
Oh yeah, that was the big thing. It's just like, they're just all going to be out in a week. So
yeah,
I might just wait until it's all over and just like binge them all.
I'm probably going to watch one a day, man. I'm going to watch one a day. I love these cartoons.
They've sort of got like a proto Avengers where they got Michael Douglas Ant-Man, they've got Peggy Carter, they've got T'Challa's dad, T'Chaka Black Panther, and I think they've got Lawrence Fishburne, the Goliath.
Oh, nice.
Because he's wearing an Ant-Man suit. I think that's him.
That's great. There's also, it looks like Iron Man on the Grandmaster's world for one of them. That should be fun. There's something with the 10 rings going on, and Odin.
Yeah, and Hela.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The Beardy Hulk. We got this medieval everybody's fencing episode. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. We got Stephen Strange flying out of a portal. Got some Native American woman.
Well, it looks like they're doing the what is it? That comic, the 1600 Marvel.
Yeah,
Where it's like all the Marvel characters, but they were in 1602 Marvel. That was an excellent comic book.
I think I read those actually. It's been a long time. I think I read those.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, and it's like all the characters, but in like 1602. It was pretty cool.
And Happy Hogan and Darcy doing some Die Hard jokes in this What If.
Darcy and Hogan up to some shenanigans. Love it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. That's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic. So there you go. That's what's coming up. That's what we're looking forward to.
One last thing we should talk about.
Yes.
So, they announced The Legend of Zelda live-action movie.
Oh.
Who do you think? I mean, who would you cast?
Who would I cast? Let's see. The Legend of Zelda video game franchise is being adapted into a live-action movie with Nintendo announcing its official development. The movie will be produced by Miyamoto and Avi Arad, directed by Wes Ball, distributed by Sony. The highly anticipated film brings excitement to fans of the beloved franchise. Who could play Link? Who could play Zelda? Who could play Ganon? Who could play... Ooh. You know, I don't know. Wait, let's see what AI thinks. Who would be good for the role of Link in a Legend of Zelda movie?
Are you asking ChatGPT?
Yeah. Well, it started answering before I was done typing anything. Oh, it was searching my search. Timothy Chalamet. Okay, I thought I was joking earlier. Tom Holland. Cameron Crovetti. Who are these guys?
Cameron Corvetti. I never heard of him.
Walker Scobell and Jack Champion. Who the hell are they? Never heard of these three names.
Cameron Corvetti. He's in The Boys.
Like I don't know.
Oh, he's Homelander's kid.
Oh, okay.
He plays Homelander's child. What was the other name?
Walker Scobell? I'm looking him up. Who's this kid? Oh, I've seen him in something. Was he the kid in that Adam? Yeah, the Adam Project. The kid from the Adam Project.
Yeah, okay. And he's in the new Percy Jackson show on Disney.
Ah. And who's Jack Champion? Don't know him. Oh, he was in the new Scream movie. Oh, okay. That's what ChatGPT thinks. I don't know. Who do you think would be a good Link?
Well, with the logic they went with casting Chris Pratt as Mario, they're gonna go with like Tom Holland or Timothy.
Yeah, but that was just for voice, though.
Right, but as like just like the actor to be, they want to have like somebody big play him.
Yeah,
and I think that's like Nintendo and Miyamoto's like thing is just like, oh, Chris Pratt worked out, so let's get the other obvious person to play.
Sony already tried Tom Holland in that Uncharted franchise, though, and it didn't go so well. So maybe they're not going to want to look at him so much.
Well, no, that all the better. Oh. Sony already has a relationship with him, so they'll be like, hey, you can also be Link. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet might be. I think either, yeah, it's got to be somebody big. Otherwise, they'll just like cast like somebody brand new. Like we never heard.
Total. I would actually like to see it be an unknown. Just some unknown actor. We don't know him from much. You know, you remember when Hugh Jackman became Wolverine? Had you ever heard of Hugh Jackman before that? I don't think so, Tim.
No, definitely not. I had no idea he was an Australian, like, you know, musical star.
Yeah. Who knew? Who could have known? How could we possibly have known? But he was a great Wolverine. Yeah. So maybe it should be somebody unknown. Oh, hey, Mohammed on Trovo. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. Welcome to it.
What about Zelda? Well, that's the thing is, do they want to cast him young or older? I guess that's the thing.
Oh, they would have to do like somebody in their early 20s just to leave the franchise potential open, right? Yeah, they gotta think in terms of like 3 to 5 movie deals at this point. Who could they get for 5 movies if it goes well?
I guess so, but that's what they were thinking about, like Harry Potter. It's like they got to get a Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, he's 11 years old now, and he's got to last for 8 movies.
Yeah. See, I hope they do some unknown. That would be the best. And make it really, really good, with nothing to complain about.
Who would be a good Ganondorf?
If they do a Legend of Zelda movie, are they going to have Link talk a bunch? Because that would kind of suck.
Yeah, that's what people are thinking. Just like, should he talk or not? Because they made Mario talk, so I'm certain they're probably going to have a Link that talks. I'm sure.
It would be hard not to, unless the movie was mostly like about Zelda and from Zelda's perspective, and Link just shows up sometimes to save the day. And
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
say
the
much.
thing. It's like it's tough. You know, you can have good actors that don't talk, but you're relying a lot about like reactions to like facial features, just like, oh, my eyebrows, my surprised eyebrows.
Yeah.
Not going to say anything except.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wah! I don't know. That's kind of hard to sell a movie on that. So I'm sure they're going to have a Link talking guy.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Complicated Mike asked if we talked about The Last Airbender. No, is there something happening with The Last Airbender? What is it?
Yeah, there's a new live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender trailer on Netflix.
Oh, I missed it.
That's right. I forgot about that as well. That was a couple weeks ago. We missed a Jolt or two.
Yeah. Well, cool. Last Airbender movie coming out.
It looks, well, it's a series.
Oh, series. Sorry.
Yes. I'll post the trailer in the Discord for you.
Ooh, I saw an ice ball. This is a series I've not actually experienced directly, but I've heard a lot about it, and I know a lot about it kind of like through secondhand knowledge.
Gotcha.
Maybe this would be a good point to jump in, though.
Totally. I mean, it was right up my alley when I was kind of in high school watching Nickelodeon. Just like, it's anime, but not anime, kind of. But it's a good story, and I like it.
Nice.
The M. Night Shyamalan live-action movie was very terrible. Any Avatar fan will tell you. Also, they had to call it The Last Airbender because James Cameron took the name Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
be careful. You know, be safe. I know, like, lots of cars on the road, so.
Yeah. But we'll wrap up this episode for now. Be sure to get your notifications all set up the way you want them so you can find out when we go live again. We've been doing this sort of once a week-ish. The holidays, I imagine, might affect that some. But we'll keep you posted in the Discord when we're going to do another episode of Jolt. And I might stream some video games at some point, too. I haven't really been playing anything since I finished Spider-Man, except for those Miniverse games and that Halls of Torment update. But I haven't streamed for a little bit. So I might be doing some of that soon, too. I just don't have any direct plans for it. That's all. Anyway, thanks, everybody, for coming along. Don't forget that like button on the way out if you haven't hit it already. And we'll catch you next time. Right, AC Gamer?
Exactly. I love you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.